So if you haven't seen my face before, my name is Emma. Welcome to my channel. I'm looking a bit rough in this intro clip because I am actually at home sick, but I do have to do my practice ELAT, and so I figured this is going to be the beginning of kind of the ELAT saga, because I don't think I've talked about this much on my channel, and I know at least for American students it's kind of hard to like figure it out. So I'm going to be taking the ELAT at my high school this Thursday, and I have to be there at 4:50 a.m. because I have to take it at the same time as UK students. So there's not really a fix for that. Like, I can't really practice for that, but I think I am pretty well set up. I'm going to do my first practice one today. I don't think I need too much practice because I'm taking AP Lit, and this is a lot of what we do in AP Lit from what like this, I have this book has described it as. So I'm kind of all set up. I have my computer because I will be taking it online, and then I'm going to start a timer, sit here for 90 minutes, go for it. I actually was just napping because again, I am homesick, so maybe this will help recreate the grogginess of 4 a.m. I don't know, that's me just giving an explanation to something that does not require one. But if you're wondering why I look so bright, I also have my like seasonal depression light on because I live in a cold place, and also maybe it'll help recreate the fluorescent lights of school. I don't know. I'm really overthinking this a little bit, but we're gonna sit and we're gonna do it. Honestly, I feel like it's gonna be totally fine because if it's one thing about me, I'm a menace at typing. I am a speed demon. I'm a fast typer, and I got this. Hello? Oh, it's just a shadow. So I'm gonna look over what I highlighted. I already kind of read the intro part. Just kind of look this over, and then I'm gonna set a timer on my iPad, sit here for 90 minutes, go to town, see how it goes, because I figure I should at least, you know, do the format once so I know what to expect. And yeah, in terms of like background for the ELAT, my school had never registered to be a testing center, but it actually ended up being relatively straightforward, except for the fact that my counselor had to kind of talk to the IT department, make sure they had the qualifications. I was canceled on by 2 of the test centers in my area, so I'd say that if your school can register itself as a testing center, they should, because even though that was my last resort, I probably should have just done that from the get-go, because it's a lot easier, obviously, to go to your school. I would have been having to go to our capital, or I would have been having to travel to a different state. So that's that on that. And I'm gonna review this and get started. I'll time-lapse me going at it and give you some thoughts afterwards, and then I'll probably film my me getting up and then going to do it on the day of, and then I'll give some last thoughts. So if you're taking the ELAT this year, good luck, good luck, good luck. Or if you're taking the ELAT in the future, I really hope this video helps, or I don't know. I'm just kind of putting it out there into the universe because I know it was hard for me, and hopefully this will help you prepare. Again, I feel like it's gonna be okay because I did a similar thing on my AP Lang exam last year, and in AP Lit, this is kind of what we've been doing the entire year. So I think I'm well practiced. I'm just gonna need to do some review. All right, let's go. Okay, I finished, oh, I sound terrible. I finished with 20 minutes left, or 10 minutes left, sorry. And I actually wrote a lot, like I kind of went off. So I wrote all of this. Safe to say, I think it was a success. Having 10 minutes left is a good sign because I did check it over a little bit, but probably not as thoroughly as I could have. I kind of need to figure out what, like, if they let you start writing during the 30-minute reading period, because I kind of started, like, not drafting, but creating an outline, which I assume is allowed because, like, that's what a reading period's for. But I'll have to look into that, but I'd say pretty good. This bodes well for me. I definitely feel better now that I've done it. Like I said, I'm a speed typer, like speed demon typer. So I kind of expected to finish a little early. And I'm glad that I did, because this means on the actual exam day I can check it over. I did check mine over, just probably not as thoroughly as I would have, but I did check it over and everything seemed to make sense. So that's that. I guess that's the extent of kind of like my studying that I'm gonna do. I don't know if you noticed me get up in the thing, but we have this AP Lit kind of like sheet that has, this is what I was using. I definitely need to like memorize these just so that I can whip them off at the top of my head. I think it was just because I was sitting there with a timer that I kind of blanked for a moment, but I just want to make sure I don't do that on the day. So that's probably what I'm going to do to study for the rest of the week. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated, but I feel pretty good. We got this, and it's not the end of the world if it doesn't go well, but I'm sure it will because I'm prepared. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you, when I study again or some update happens, and let's go. Hey, night before the ELAT, I'm feeling pretty good. Big update, I am not taking the exam at 4:50 a.m. My teacher did the time conversion backwards. We forgive. It is okay. She's been the best with this whole process, but good news, I'm now taking it at 1. But it's tomorrow. I'm just kind of relaxing. It's like 9. I'm gonna go to bed soon because I'm an early sleeper. And yeah, I'm just going to read my book. I'm reading 11/22/63 by Stephen King at the moment. It's pretty good. And then I'm gonna go to bed. And I'll update you guys later, but feeling pretty good. Little nervous because I always get nervous for stuff like this, but honestly, I think I've got it if I know like what has to be done. I don't know if this makes any sense, but like I'm just hoping that what I think has to be done is what they're looking for. Do you know what I mean? Because I've never had someone like actually explain it to me. I've just read things, so I'm just hoping I'm not like totally misconstruing the prompt, but also that's just me being paranoid because I have to give myself a little bit of credit. Like I know how to read a prompt. I'm just being silly. Like I know what to do. It's fine. So that's my little ramble. I'm gonna go to bed now. Also, I've been filming this on my iPhone because my camera is getting repaired. Yeah, she was having a bit of a hard time, but she's getting repaired and we'll be back on that soon. Okay, that's it. That's my update. As you can tell, I'm a little tired. I had a swim meet last night and I swam the 500. Now I'm just rambling. Okay, good night. Let's get this ELAT tomorrow. Okay. Oh my God, sorry, I sound terrible. Leaving for school. Let's go. Obviously the test isn't still for a few hours, but I slept well and I have my Oxford merch on. Let's get it. T-minus like, how many minutes?
Not that many.
Not that many minutes. T-minus like 40 minutes until I have to be in my counselor's office. Feeling good. A little nervous, but good. Okay, I'm about to walk into counseling right now. Let's full send. Okay, so I'm trying not to film like where I actually am because obviously none of you are allowed to know where I live, but I'm literally walking out of the school and I just finished and I think it was pretty easy peasy. I went off. I also still had 10 minutes. Like I think I submitted with 7 minutes left to go, which was good. Probably not allowed to talk about the theme or anything like that. Obviously, just want to make sure my score counts. But it was good. I thought I did a pretty good job. And I went off. Like I told you guys, I'm a fast typer, so it's not like I wasn't expecting to go off, but I think I wrote like 1,100 characters or something like that. I had 3 body paragraphs, but it all made sense. It all tied up into a neat little conclusion, and now I'm walking to my car. So, long story short, it wasn't that bad. I'm done, and I couldn't be happier. I'm gonna go get in my car now. Bye. Hey guys, so it's currently Friday. It's a day later, and time skip a little bit. I realized I didn't really end this, so I kind of just wanted to give a little rundown how the test went and talk to you guys a little bit about that. So
yeah, it was good. I think I said that in the video clips, but I wrote a really good essay. There were some issues with the exam, which we'll get to in a minute. For example, they typed the question wrong, which I don't even know how you do that, but they did, which is okay because my counselor was so on top of it and so amazing, and she literally printed out the email that had the right question and gave it to me and was like, don't forget, you keeping this with you. And I was like, thanks. So get into the testing room, got that email, and I just went. I went for it. I was speed demon typing. I wrote 3 body paragraphs, 1,100 words, wild times. And I actually wrote a really good essay. And I had like 13 minutes left, 10 minutes left. And so I read all over it, made it all good, changed a few words, changed a few sentences so everything made sense. But overall felt very confident. And then I submitted it with about 7 minutes left. So that part was great. I was feeling so happy. I was like, I couldn't have written a better essay. This is really representative of me. Like, I just couldn't have done better, which is a great feeling because you never really want to have any regrets on stuff like that. So I was super happy. Then I get into my first period class today, ceramics, and I opened my computer because our group wasn't like on the wheel. I was kind of creating some sketches, so I wanted to open the assignment on Canvas. So I do that. And I see in my email, there's a little email from Oxford. And it says, this is not exactly what it says. This is just a little summary. They're like, hey guys, we messed up. Not only on the question, which I already told you guys about, but they say this in the email, but apparently the testing sites were having a lot of issues, especially in the UK. And we did actually run into this problem in my school. The IT department's computer like said my account didn't exist, which is just not true. So it wasn't working. But then of course I'm like, I have my own computer. I was able to log in this morning. So we pull out my computer, turn on Do Not Disturb, close all the tabs, everything. Launch the testing portal. It obviously locks me in because that's how the technology works. And we rolled. So that part was fine. But apparently other people had been having those issues. And definitely if I hadn't had my computer with me, it would have been game over. So that was the second issue. And because of this, they send out this email saying, hey, we had a lot of requests for retests because there's so many people. We're not going to use your results or your lack of results from the ELAT against you in the application. Like, it's not going to take you out of the decisions for interviews or anything. So that is all the information I've gotten up to this point. I emailed, I said, hey, I just thought I wrote a really good essay, like, etc., wondering if you will still look at it. Have not gotten a response, but from what my counselor and I understand, or like we've looked at the email, it seems as though, like I said, they're not going to take anyone off based on the ELAT, but I think they might still look at it. It was unclear in the email. They didn't say we're not looking at everyone's, which I feel like they would have said if it was the case. So keeping my fingers crossed, hoping that it'll give me a leg up. I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm just hoping they look at my essay, and yeah. So it's been a whirlwind, but it's all behind us. I didn't think it was easy, but I have taken a lot of standardized / timed essay writing tests in my life. Let's thank APUSH for the DBQs. Let's thank AP Lang for the essays and AP Lit for the impromptus. Yeah. So my best friend told me this beforehand, but you know, you're nervous. You don't really listen, but she was entirely right. I had done it a billion times, so I would definitely recommend practice, or at least taking challenging classes that will set it up for you, because it's not something I could have done overnight. Like, I couldn't have practiced weeks in advance and gotten it like that. It was definitely an accumulated ability from all of my separate classes. So I guess, like, just set yourself up for success curriculum-wise is my best advice. Honestly, who am I to be giving advice? We don't even know what's going on yet, but I feel confident that I wrote the best essay I definitely could, and the ball is in their court now. That's it. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions about the ELAT or the application process, because it is pretty confusing, leave them down below. I'll try my best to answer them as an American student. Even though I haven't gotten in, I've pretty much gone through it all. All I have to do is submit my written work now and wait. So that's super exciting. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.